So, dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly try to share some basic information with you to develop very clear spiritual foundation just by yourself. So when it comes to meditation, it is very important for us to know how the meditation will help for us and why we have to practice meditation like this. So the very first thing we have to remember to understand the very nature of the mind, because meditation is a method we work with our mind. So the mind is a kind of like a stream, rising and falling, and the thought keep moving. It's not the same thought. It's always one thought give a birth to another thought. And so this always happen with the intention, governed by the desire. So that desire influenced by avidya or the ignorance, the idea of I am, and at the same time tanha, craving, grasping nature. So in that grasping nature, there is a tanha called bhava tanha, the intention to have existence, the desire to have existence, a birth. So this is very important. Underneath our thoughts, sometimes deeply, this intention governs. So even sometimes people want to attain to liberation or the nibbana, and sometimes they have that intention, or it's kind of like a place they can born and experience it. So that much this desire or the cravingness towards the existence is strong. So in the very first level, out of meditation, we slow down this stream. And another myth that we carry within us, we believe, when we do good things, we can attain to liberation. There is no such a teaching like that. It doesn't matter good or bad, and out of that all actions, you develop a reaction, and that all bring the the result which we call the karma. So if you do a good action, it brings a good karma. If you do a bad action, it will bring a bad karma. That both will take you to another place. That both will create another place. So then the karma, this is very important to understand. The karma will never take you to liberation. There is no such a thing. There is no such a karma. So that's why intention, clarify the intention is important. Because that whatever we do, this defilement, latent defilement or the existing and but it is not yet developed, or sometimes it hidden. This defilement with the previous desire or the actions or the intention always keep us interfering with the bodily, verbally, mentally actions. So maybe on the top of the action, it look like good, but still it not allow you to get out of the samsara. So then how you can develop a method to get out of the samsara? So that's why it needs the vipassana level of practice. So out of practicing meditation or out of doing any good actions, don't think that you can attain to liberation. So for that one thing you need, that is intention. You have to have intention to attain to liberation. So that intention create a wish, or that intention create a determination. That intention develop a clarity. That intention will help you to have an understanding. So on the top of that understanding, that clarity, that intention should work with the certain kind of energy to go towards the liberation. So otherwise, that the defilement we already have, it always going to take us to another place, another birth. So meditation is a method. It slowly upgrade our mind. So that's why in the very ancient time, in the Pali language, for this meditation, there is a word called bhavana. So the very meaning of the bhavana, cultivation of the mind or the development of the mind. So the very reason why you need a development, because in this level of mind, in this stream level of mind, it always going to take us to like this situation. So then how you can develop this mind? How you can uplift your mind? There is a method for that. So in the very beginning, you have to do some, you have to have some kind of qualities to uplift your mind. So one quality is you have to have some kind of moral discipline. You have to purify yourself with your bodily, verbal, mentally actions. Why? If you keep repeating the same actions, because this all governed by our defilement. So if you keep doing the same thing, then you're going to be in the same place. It's same place means same stream level. So to get out of that, one of the important things, You have to develop some kind of new moral discipline. Even for the conventional life also, the same. So, doing the same thing, you can't become a more better person. You have to change whatever you keep doing to become a more better person. If you keep doing the same thing, and if the same action will bring the same result, there's no need that you no need to look for to be better. So if you want to be better, that means you are not there. So that means that whatever you keep doing is not enough. So it's person to person different. We can't tell, oh, you have to do this, or you have to do like person to person different. So you have to look into yourself and see why your life like this. So if you want to change, if you want to become more better, so then you have to start to do better with your bodily, verbally, mentally actions. So that is the first level, that the background you develop. And the second one is having awareness or the clarity, or another way, it's undisturbed mind. So this is very necessary. Even though we think, oh, I have this awareness, oh, my mind is so good. And sometimes we don't see how we get disturbed. So that's why little by little, you have to develop this undisturbed mind. That's why we need this meditation practice in tranquility state. So developing the tranquility state, samadhi, developing the clarity, undisturbed mind, and having the clear awareness. So that is the second one, second quality. So the third quality that you need, some kind of wisdom also you need. Just by yourself, remember, maybe you can't do this. So that's why you have to listen to the Dhamma and read the sutra, so get that understanding little by little, looking around and see from where this Dhamma come, and in the history what happened, and how the Buddha came to the world, and how these enlightened masters attain to enlightenment. So like that, you have to look into a little bit and understand some kind of conventional level of wisdom. And from there, then you have to develop the eternal wisdom. Another way you call this Shrutame. Having open mind and start to look around how other people did this. So when you have these three qualities, you create a kind of like a background for your spiritual development or towards the liberation. So then the very first thing that you have to remember, just doing good doesn't mean you're going to go into have the liberation or the nibbana, enlightenment. Doing good always going to bring the good result. And then you have to develop some kind of new method or the pattern yourself to upgrade your mind, develop your mind, purify your mind. So the very first thing for that, you have to have some kind of moral discipline. Change the behavior in you. The second one, having the undisturbed mind. Developing the tranquility state. The third quality you have to have some kind of wisdom. So when you have these three things, it's kind of like some kind of supportive factors for your journey. Now it is more helpful for you, and it will shape your own mind to kind of like a guide itself and have a determination or have some kind of intention. So then once the intention is there, you need another thing called the effort or the virya. Chetana and the virya. Intention and energy. So if you like or not, that from your previous lives, from your history, from your defilement, you already have this both. But that both, whatever you have, not enough for you to gain the liberation. So now you have to guide and redirect it towards some different way. So that's why you need the practice. And because it's kind of like help you to go beyond this level that what we experience. With our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, with all the perception we perceive, we stop somewhere. It not take us beyond that. When you stop somewhere, it always be depending from it. Whatever you see, just look yourself. Whatever you hear, smell, taste, feel, think, you stop somewhere with something, looking for satisfaction, looking for some kind of existence, to be there. But liberation means you go beyond that. How you can jump beyond this experience? What is the behind this experience? To see that, you have to have very sharp, clear mind. So this practice will take you to that level. And other thing is, it will uplift your awareness to higher level of experience. And that will give the clear understanding how you can cross the river, how you can go beyond the moment of experience. So on the conventional level, you may not going to get. So that's why you need the practice and purify your mind and uplift yourself. So when you go in this journey, even the moral discipline, tranquility state, and the wisdom is not enough. So there are little some other things you have to develop. So in day-to-day life, in this conventional life, you can develop it as an attitude. So by the time in this sansaric journey, that will help for you. So one is effort. Get out of the laziness and having the effort. So it's a physical and mental. You have to put your energy on it and keep working. So start to have the effort with these material things in this physical life. Because as you know, just thinking something, it's not going to happen. Wishing something itself not going to happen. So then you have to work for that. So put the effort in the conventional lives, and then by the time with your practice, you can little by little master the quality of the effort, and then you can transfer it to your spiritual life. So effort is one thing. Another one is the determination. So that also mental quality. So you have to, by practicing, you have to master yourself to have a determination. And sometimes people, their mind not set up for that. They can't even think about anything. They can't get anything to their mind. They are so close. So then there are some, they can get the idea, but they drop it. They can't keep it. Some people can have the idea and hold it to it and keep it for a few days, and then even they don't know it's already gone. And there are some people, and they get the idea and hold it and keep it and work for that and fulfill that. So that is a mental quality. So by practicing, you have to gain. So this human life is a good place to gain this kind of qualities, because those are very necessary when you go towards the liberation. If you don't have that qualities, even you have the wisdom, sometimes you can't apply. So that is another thing. And being patient, not to be so hurry for everything, because sometimes the timing, and sometimes even that we want something, but the other thing is not prepared for that. So being patient is a one part of this journey. So then when you look for liberation or the Nibbana, remember, being patient and practicing to be patient is very necessary. So you can do it in day-to-day life, in this conventional life. So then it slowly, you're strengthening that ability, and then by the time it helps for your spiritual practice. But the base come out of the moral discipline, tranquility state, and the wisdom. So these qualities, little by little, help for that things to hold together. And the next quality that you have to develop little by little, loving kindness. So remember another thing, that just practicing loving kindness, it will never take you to liberation. So practicing loving kindness will help for you and for others to live comfortably and having undisturbed lifestyle. So otherwise, it's not going to take you to liberation. So practicing loving kindness also very necessary. And in day-to-day life, in this conventional life, develop it as a quality. Another one is have some kind of equanimity. Keep the balance a little bit. Don't always depend on this dualistic mind. Don't always develop this comparison mind. Right or wrong, left or right, up and down, dark or light. Don't always jump to one side. Try to little bit adjust yourself and be in the middle little bit. So that also necessary quality for you to strengthen your wisdom path. So in this very conventional life, you can practice that. Another one is generosity. So that also very necessary. So another myth is just practicing generosity, you can't attain to liberation. There's no way. So before the Buddha, even there were people used to be so generous. It is one of the very ancient, wholesome action. But it will help you to have a good life. But it is very necessary. Part of this journey, but it itself not going to take you to liberation. So these all factors, effort, determination, being patient and practicing loving kindness and having equanimity and practicing generosity will help to strengthen the ability of the wisdom. And it will help to maintain the tranquility mind, undisturbed mind. And it will help you to more and more grounded, solid with moral discipline. So when you have this all together, not one by one, when you bring this all together, little by little, in certain way you start to develop your mind and you uplift your awareness. And it's kind of like a reshaping and diverting your mind towards the liberation. So then by the time you are capable to understand with the clarity, awareness, and understanding, you are capable to see how this mind happens. So out of that understanding, you can have a very conscious choice. That conscious choice you can make as the wish for liberation. So you can wish for that. You can work for that. So then as a result of maybe you will born again, but behind that birth, that determination going to become stronger. So by the time again and again, your samsaric journey going to become more and more closer towards the liberation. So it all comes out of the conscious choice, conscious decision. It's not going to happen itself. So understanding that is very necessary. So then how you can apply it to your conventional life? And in this conventional level, you can use it as a conventional wisdom. And then by the time you can use it as a eternal wisdom to gain the liberation. So in day-to-day life then, just look into yourself. If you want something, you have to have a determination. And then you have to remember, you have to have some kind of clarity and the wish. And you have to have some kind of understanding with the awareness. So then itself not going to come it towards you. You have to change your behavior. Sometimes it is very difficult for us to give up little things. But if you don't give up little things, you're going to be the same like this. So then you have to start with your moral discipline. And maybe get some time out of watching TV and start to put it to reading something. Or maybe you are most of time use time for unnecessary things, then you slowly take some time from that and start to put it to whatever the goal you want to achieve. So like that, little by little, you gain the time. And then your behavior, especially with the people and whoever around you, and maybe there are some people, it's called dream killers. You know, there are some people, when you say something, and suddenly it's kind of like they put like an atomic bomb, boom, you know, oh, it doesn't work, oh, forget it, you know, oh, you can't do that. So kind of like that. There are people like dream killers. So then you have to be very careful. You have to be smart with the people. Remember, that doesn't mean always people need to encourage us. No. But when you need the change towards something good, you need some kind of people around you to encourage you. So even in the conventional life, the same. So if you recognize around you there are dream killers, you have to slowly drop them. And then you don't need to share that all the information with them. If necessary, something, if there is something happening, of course, you have to share with everybody. Forget about that. It's kind of like, as example, if there is a thief or somebody keeps shooting around the neighborhood, you have to tell to everybody, But when you have some kind of good intention to do something in your life, to change yourself, especially the people around you, the very close people to you, and sometimes they don't like if you change because they like the way who you are like this. And if you tell them, oh, you're going to change, they get panic because sometimes they are very emotionally attached to us. That's very nature. Nothing wrong with that. So just imagine, look at the Prince Siddhartha. He didn't tell anyone when he leave the palace. See that you have to learn from the history. When you say Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, so that is what you have to learn. you have to know how to deal with people. It's a wisdom. That doesn't mean you disconnect from people. No. If there is someone help for your journey, you tell. Like Prince Siddhartha, share that his plan with the Channa. So then he helped him. He never told, no, you can't go like this. You are going to be the king and you have to stay in this palace. No, he told, okay, I will help for you. So like that, dream killers. So you have to be very careful. And at the same time, being patient in day-to-day life, conventionally, it is very important because nowadays we are so hurried. We think when we call someone, we think, oh, right away, other person need to call back. When we text, oh, right away, other person need to reply. Otherwise, something else. So we are so hurry, we eat fast food, we take the fast track and drive fast, and we do everything so fast. We live so fast and we die so fast. That's new normal lifestyle. Now remember to be patient and learn to wait. It's okay. It's an art. Sometimes when you visiting these Zen gardens, have you seen that the fisherman, the same, just waiting, waiting. So it's an art. You have to learn to wait. Otherwise, you can't catch the fish. So in the spiritual life, conventional life, both the same. You have to learn to wait. But in the spiritual life, you now focus towards the liberation. It's not a conventional level of gaming. But that quality you can develop as ordinary person in this conventional life. Another thing is, Loving kindness we practice, but in a very conventional life, you have to remember. See, this our life happened because of other people. There are a lot of other people help for us, knowingly or unknowingly. So then you also have to share your life. And then it is necessary you take little time to appreciate them. You become more humble. And you have to open your heart sometimes and pay your gratitude. It's very necessary every day. It's just not once a time, oh, may all living beings be well and happy. No, so you have to have some kind of attitude with this paying gratitude. Another thing is the equanimity. It's very conventional level. Look at our life. And sometimes things happen beyond our hands. We have no power over things sometimes. So then it is better we gain some kind of middle place and stay calm, relax. And without putting our hands or putting our opinions on anything. And so whatever, you are ready to accept it. And the generosity in the conventional level, you can practice it. It's not always to gain something. And sharing is very necessary. And what you have today came through people maybe. So then when you can't just hold it because it has to go through you also. So then just remember sometimes what you can share. Is there something that it's just not only food? Is there something, maybe smiling, maybe one word, maybe some material things. Look around and how you can share, help others. So in that way, you gain all the qualities in a certain way, and you practice here in this conventional life, but you deeply mastering your inner defilement. So then by the time in the samsaric journey, when you have the very clear target, when you have the clear intention, go towards the Nibbana, you already have the necessary qualities. Then you can go into it. Then you can cross the river, cross the line. Then you can go beyond your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind moment of experience. So that's why, then remember, if I summarize this all, the very important thing, understand the very nature of the mind. It is the process, and it is kind of like a stream, and rising, falling, with the desire or with the two qualities, mostly avidya and tanha. Ignorance and the craving. The craving has one part, craving towards existence. So this both empower by the intention and the effort. So whatever the action you do, there is an intention and the effort. So out of that you generate the karma. So the karma itself not going to take you to liberation. It will never happen. What the karma does, it doesn't matter good or bad, it gives the birth to you. So then in that level of existence, you can't gain the liberation. So that's why you have to purify the mind. To purify your mind, to get out of this defilement, you have to uplift your mind. You have to reshape your mind, rebuild it. And it's so that is what called the development. through the purification. So in the very first level as purification, what you need to do, you have to develop moral discipline in you. And then you have to have undisturbed mind. And then you have to have wisdom about and the life and about the Nibbana. So once you have these three qualities, on the top of that three qualities, you have to develop some little skills. So in the conventional life also, you can develop that. And then by the time when your intention is clear towards the go towards the Nibbana, this all will help. One quality is the effort. The next one is the determination. And the third one is the being patient. And the fourth one is having loving kindness. And the fifth one is developing some kind of equanimity. And the seventh one is the practicing generosity. So once you have this all together, you are already in the process of development of your journey towards the liberation. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So scan head to toes yourself and say Supatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. So when it happens through the sensation, recognize it. Do nothing extra. So if your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Little by little, deeply observe the sensation of inhalation and exhalation. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha, and also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi Addhaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paripunjisami Idamme punya kammang savakkaya vaham tu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.